Hi, Stefan Kessling from Self Defense Tutorials. Today, the 3 best places on the human head to knock somebody out.
That's out!
Now, one option, if you want to knock somebody out, is to take something really big and club them super hard in the head, and it doesn't really matter where. That's not what we're talking about, but it needs to be said. If Brock Lesnar, with a fist the size of a ham or a toaster, hits you in the head, or Mirko Cro Cop in his prime kicks you in the head with his shin, or somebody with a baseball bat hits you in the head, chances are very, very good you're going to get knocked out, and you're going to go down, and you're going to get knocked out. What we're talking about is knocking somebody out so the brain shuts off to protect the person. The brain shuts off, the person's lying there unconscious. So, not all places on the head are created equal. Some places are just inherently more vulnerable. Some places have slightly thinner bone. Some places transmit the shock better to the parts of the brain that are responsible for going nighty-night. So with the help of my brother from another mother and my tactical marker, let's talk about the places where you should be trying to hit somebody. The best place, because it's the biggest, is basically the jaw. If you're hitting here, along the jaw, in this area here, you've got a very good chance of knocking somebody out. If you take a look at kickboxing, if you take a look at MMA, if you take a look at boxing, the number of knockouts resulting from a shot to the jaw, either a straight shot here or a hooking shot to the side of the jaw, is very, very high. It's very effective. The next really good target, if you have the choice to hit somebody, is in the temple area. So basically we're talking from the ear to close to the corner of the eye, and this big semicircular area here. You can feel it on your own head very easily. It's this area here. It's the top of the zygomatic bone, and then there's this ridge here. If you take a look at a skull, you'll see it's a slightly indented pocket. The bone there is a lot thinner, so the force is transmitted to the brain better. And if there's a big force transmitted to the brain tends to go, I've had enough, and shut off. The third really good place to hit somebody, and you don't see this as much in boxing because the gloves are big, but you see this a little bit more in MMA and a ton in kickboxing because the shin comes in, is actually the part that you cannot really see fully on this dummy. The side of the neck, right here. It's basically the sternocleidomastoid muscle about halfway. You see this a lot among combative people, the brachial stun. You see this among the dim mak people. You know, they've got all these, well, I'll hit this meridian, I'll hit that meridian, I'll hit that meridian. But bottom line is, the one that really works is the middle of the neck. I'm not big on pressure points, but if you whap somebody hard in the middle of the neck with a chopping kind of blow, think of your forearm coming in right here. Think of a shin kick coming in right here. Think of a stick. I've seen these knockouts in stick fighting when the stick came in at a nice number 1 or a nice number 2 angle, hitting right in the middle of the neck. There's a nerve cluster there. So these points, the jaw and the temple, are knockout points because the brain gets sloshed around. The neck is different. The neck, there's a nerve there, or nerve cluster, that shuts down the brain. Possibly it's because the brain thinks that the blood pressure is way, way, way too high when that gets hit, and it shuts your brain off as a protective mechanism. The physiology of all these knockouts, here, it's all speculative. There's no 100% right answer. It's just tons of experience showing us again and again and again that if you hit these things hard, you don't have to hit them as hard as other parts of the body to knock somebody out.